Hello and welcome to my vlog. Today it's Sunday the 3rd of August and I think in the words of Ben Hart, it's been a minute since I made a video, so I thought I'd give you a quick update about how things are looking around the glass house in the garden. And I don't know if you can see, but the Japanese quince behind us has unfortunately succumbed to some of the winds that we've been having. I didn't think it was that windy, but yeah, the top of it snapped off, something I was hoping to avoid when I did the winter pruning last year. But we've got more winds coming tomorrow. I think it's called Storm Floris is due to arrive, and yeah, it's going to be quite gusty. I think Scotland's going to get most of the bad weather, but well, the northeast's going to get it as well, no doubt. So I'll take you out there and I'll show you what's happened, and fingers crossed that nothing more occurs as the week progresses. So here we go. This is my neighbour's clematis, Clematis Montana Rubens Elizabeth, I think it is. I think that's what it is. Who knows? Right, but you can see there's a lot of stress on those trees because of the weight of the fruit that's on. You can see this, it's huge amount of crop on it this year, and look at the size of that amount of on there. And there, can you see? Is it come through? Just there. The branch snapped, and there it is. There's the branch. You can see there's quite a bit of fruit on it, and that's all snapped off. That happened last week, so that was a shame. That potato is dying over, so that's ready to be lifted. There's a one inside that's going to be lifted as well, but it looks like something's been having a dig around in it, so I'll have to get that lifted before Floris comes. This is the other pear that I cut back. Can you see all the fruit on there? I mean, they're small, so I'll have to look and see when these are due to be picked and get that one done. And there's the other one. This is Concord. Again, lots of fruit on there. Small, but I don't mind them being small. And there, if we go over to this one, this is the apple, which is the Keswick codling. Now, you can see with all the water shoots that are coming out, when I was wondering when can I cut these back for the summer prune. Now, anytime now really. You can see the tip there, it's still a bit soft, but it's starting to, as I would say, set, where you don't have any of the tiny little growth anymore. It's not growing actively, it's going to try and form a leaf, see it's darkening up. And I think they said, is it 1/3 of the growth looks like it's set, that's when you can cut it back, otherwise it'll just grow again. But you see the apples are a decent size. I don't like massive apples, but look at the size of them. There's a nice set of apples there. So, and down the other side you can see that those ones are Katie. They're starting to go. So once the storm passes, I'll be pruning back these for the summer prune, cutting away any of the dead fruit or the damaged fruit, any of the ones that's very small, I'll cut that back as well, and then that'll be that one all tidied, ready for any more. And these potatoes are looking ready to lift now. It's a variety called Swift. It's a first early, so I'll see about getting those all picked. But no, the stress on these branches must be ginormous. Such a shame that it broke at the top. Let me get inside and have a look. Yeah, I mean that's where I cut last season to try and get that off. You can see there's a lot of new growth come, so I'll have to prune this back as well. That'll have to be done now so that I can shape it. But everywhere you look there's quince of a variety of sizes. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to prune some of these smaller ones back and use those for compost. So, right, let's go have a look at the other apple trees. But yeah, these are some decent sized apples as well. This one is James Grieve. Again, this is ready to be cut. We've had the June drop, and this one needs cutting back as well. And this one was supposed to be Katie. I bought it from a shop called Dobby's, and I honestly think this is a Golden Delicious. The cherry tree, there we go, that's a cherry. I doubt I'll get it because the blackbird always seems to beat me to it. And I don't know if you can see, but up there, let's see if I can get a picture of it, just about here there is a nest. The magpies moved in, so I'll have to deal with that this year as well, get rid of that. I don't mind the magpies, it's just when you see twigs dropping all over the place. And this is the other James Grieve. Doesn't get as much sun, but again, quite a bit of fruit. And I'll have to get this all cut back and pruned. And down there, well, that's a jungle, as it were. That's on the list of things to be tackled next. Let's have a look at the nut tree. This is passing a magnolia. And here we go. This is the hazelnut. I got this from a friend, Amanda. She sent it to me from one of these companies. You can see you've got the nuts there, and I've just picked a couple from the ground, so they'll be germinating. Yeah, so I forget when I got it, but it's a decent size. But I never got around to cutting it back, so that's on the list as well this year. But no, it's getting there. It's getting there. Let's have a walk through to the blueberries. You can see these two here have, well, been damaged by the wind and not done very well. The westerly wind rattles straight right through here and hammers these ones, especially in winter. And you can see some of the blueberries are still on. I've been picking them. Not been taking much notice of how many I've got, but it's a competition between me, the blackbird and the magpies as to who gets the lion's share and who doesn't. I think we're about even Stevens so far. You'll also notice what I've got down here is this is coffee. I've had a problem with a cat coming in and digging a hole, doing its business and then reburying it. So I've had to deal with that beast. And what I did was I've been collecting the coffee. I've got a little AeroPress. I collect the coffee, dry it out, and then I've been scattering it around the blueberries. But it was also in the old compost bins that I've got here. So I've scattered it in. You can see the difference in colour. And so I've put that in there. And I've been doing that for the past 2 weeks. And the smell of the coffee seems to have warded off the cat. And because caffeine's got a source of nitrogen, I think it's got, so it's feeding the plants as well eventually. Let that car go past. The cabbages are doing okay down here at any rate. I'll show you the ones on the other side in a moment. This bed was where the onions were. I've put 7 a grid. It's 7 by 3, so it's 7 foot by 3 foot square foot gardening technique to put in beetroot. So that's in there. I'm late with that. On this side you can see more cabbage. Now I've had a terrible trouble this year with aphid, so there was lots of aphid on these ones, I think because they were stressed. You can see down there some of the evidence of where the aphid was, but because there was lots of aphid, I've also had lots of ladybirds, so they've been in there feasting. I'm going to have to lift all these, get them cooked and frozen and portioned into the freezer. So that's done okay. And this one is supposed to be, it's winter jewel I think it is. And on this side you'll notice the beans have got well, they're suffering with rust. I'll put down the Latin botanical name in editing so you can see what the rust is. Now that's caused by humidity. The problem I've had with these is I put them in when they were small plants and they were doing really quite nicely, and then we had terrible rain, horrible amounts of rainfall, and all the flowers were initially smashed by the rain. It was that heavy. Then it got really hot, and of course these were still wet. A lot of the humidity that was generated, which is what the rust thrives on, kicked up, and that was it. And we've had a second flush of flowers, secondary growth, second flush of flowers. You can see I've got some beans on, but nowhere near the amount that I thought I would. Now I grew these particular ones in different composts to the ones that I did for it was French climbing beans and borlotti beans that I'd grown for the glass house, and none of those germinated. This is the courgette, the yellow courgette called zucchini. They need to be picked, but one of the problems I have is here where you see yellowing of the leaf. Now that is a nitrogen deficiency, and I believe it's caused by too much phosphorus in the compost blend that I've got. And that was because it was the first time I've used blood, fish and bone for a long time, and I used that as the source of fertilizer rather than a combination of blood, fish and bone and chicken manure. I predominantly use chicken manure. I think it's Woodworth 6X that I normally use. So I'll keep an eye on that, but it's getting better, as I would say, but I think that's what caused that problem. And again, I think that's what caused the problem of the stress on those cabbages there. Right, okay, so let's go back to the glasshouse. On the way to the glasshouse, I just thought I'd show some of these Katie do look absolutely lovely. And the ones that get more sun turn a lovelier shade of red. You can see I've got some small ones that aren't really going to come to anything, so I'll have to prune those off, get them all sorted. So, into the glasshouse. Well, that was just a catch up on how things are looking so far. As I say, today is the 3rd of August, and well, it's hopefully going to be a bit more regular with the videos that I can put out coming soon. I'll see how things can go. I'll not bother filming a potato reveal or whatever it is it's called. I'll just do an update of how many I've got and how much produce I collected. That'll be interesting to see, because it's well, been a bit of a slow year for the potatoes. So strange year all in all. The weather has been terrible, and as I say, there's been lots of things going on off camera that I've had to deal with, but I'll not bore you with that. So that's it, that's the end of this video. Hopefully there'll be more to come more regularly. Try and get one a week if I can. So thank you very much for watching. If you've got any comments or questions, please leave them down below in the section. If you've enjoyed it, please consider giving a thumbs up. And if you're not a subscriber and have found this video, I'd appreciate it if you would subscribe. You know, it's free. Right. Okay. So, thank you very much. TTFN.